another video. Today, we're going to continue the process that we started. So I've been trying to go in chronological order here. So you go to MEPS, you take your ASVAB, you've already chosen what branch of service you wish to join. You've even hopefully picked out an MOS or have a good idea of a few MOSs that you may be interested in. So the next step is enlisting. It's going to be, once you take your test, they see what you qualify for after the ASVAB. Let's say that you are physically qualified. MEPS has cleared you. Now you're going to sit down and you're going to try to choose an MOS or choose a job with your recruiter. Hopefully you get the job you want or one of the jobs that you were aiming for. And now it's time to actually sign the paperwork. So again, just to reiterate, make sure that you do read over your contract. Make sure that you and your recruiter are on the same page on what you're interested in, and make sure that you're getting the job that you actually want to do. Keep in mind, you're going to be doing this job for upwards of 3 years, depending on your contract, maybe even 4. So make sure it's something that you're remotely interested in. So you picked out your job, now you enlist. You read over your contract, you went over everything with your recruiter, made sure it was good to go. You like it, he likes it, now you sign it. If you're still in high school or you're still going to school, however, you're not going to be able to ship to boot camp until after you get through high school. So you're going to go into what's called the Delayed Entry Program, also known as the DEP. Basically what this means, while you're still going to school, once a month, you're going to have to go to what's known as a pulley function, and you're going to run an IST. An IST is an initial strength test. It's going to be comprised of pull-ups, crunches, and a 1.5 mile run for time. Basically, it's just gauge where you're at, make sure that you are on track physically to ship to boot camp, and make sure that you're actually progressing, you're not getting worse. You're always aiming to be the best that you can at PT. It's one of the very few things that you can control before boot camp is how well you are physically conditioned prior to showing up. One less thing for you to worry about. Don't be the guy that shows up out of shape. You're already going to be under enough stress. You don't also need to have the stress of not being in good shape for boot camp. So some other things that you may have to do is you might show up once a week with your recruiter to do extra PT. PT stands for physical training. Your recruiter may hold that once a week to make sure that everybody is, again, on track to ship to San Diego or Parris Island, whatever the case may be. Some things that you may also learn while you're in the DEP is very, very basic Marine Corps knowledge, such as rank structure, 11 general orders. You might know your 14 leadership traits, all things that you should have on lockdown before you even leave and get on that bus and head to boot camp. So you can be in the delayed entry program from a few weeks to months to, I've even heard some cases of upwards of a year. It just depends on when you enlist, when you're done with high school, or when you're able to ship. So keep that in mind. There's definitely time frames in which they send more people. So if you're still a high school senior, and there's a bunch of other seniors that have enlisted with you, you're all going to ship out at the same time, more than likely. So again, time frame is going to vary depending on when you decide to enlist. If you're still in high school, if you're not still in high school, if you're out of school, you might not have to wait an extremely long period of time. For instance, I wasn't even officially in the DEP, but I was pretty much on standby for about a month and a half until I was able to leave. And I still showed up. I didn't show up to the monthly pool functions, but I would work out once a week with my recruiter and his poolies, and just to make sure that I was still in good shape. And I mean, why not? If you're able to work out with people that are just like you, have a like mind, all want to be Marines or all want to be soldiers or airmen, depending on what branch of service you're going into, because it's not just the Marine Corps that has the delayed entry program. Every branch has their own version of it. The only one that's a little bit different is the National Guard. They have what's called the Recruit Sustainment Program, also known as the RSP. And instead of just showing up for a couple of hours once a month, you show up for a few days once a month. So it'd be basically a weekend drill, which would basically be either Saturday and Sunday or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, like the end of Friday, Saturday, and then you would leave Sunday afternoon. So it's basically the same thing, except just a little bit more in depth. They actually give you the uniform to wear, so you learn proper wear of the uniform. But other than that, it's basically the same. You're learning some general classes before you ship to boot camp in order for you to be successful down the road. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any more specific questions on the delayed entry program, be sure to comment below. I'll do my best to answer them. If it's an in-depth question that requires more than just a comment, I'll make a completely separate video addressing your concerns. But be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to stay up to date on the videos. And follow my Instagram if you like health and fitness related things. Be sure to check that out. More good stuff coming soon, guys, so stay tuned.